As all of you know, we are in the concluding stage and hope you remember. So we were doing 15 steps of nididhyasanam. I hope you remember this much, okay? And especially these two verses highlights these 4 steps, technically what we call as adhyaropa apavada. So adhyaropa means superimposition, apavada means negation, which involves 4 stages. So it is for my repetition I am doing it, okay? So for my nididhyasana. So what are they? So first step is that I accept karya prapancha. I accept the world as real. The ornament is real. If ornament is not real, I will not go to shop nor I will pay my real money, okay? So first accepting that karya prapancha as real is the first step. Then I come to a point wherever there is karyam, there has to be karanam. Wherever there is effect, it must have its cause. Then I start seeing the karya cannot be separated from karanam. Wherever there is gold, there has to be ornament. In fact, ornament is nothing but gold plus. So there are shop also called gold plus, okay, in India. So that means it's very clear. Then I start looking at second step is what? There is, look, not it is karya, but it is indeed karanam. Then when I look, there is karanam. Then what I look at? Now, after second karya, then karanam. Third one I look at, there is no karya at all. In fact, it is indeed gold. So I protect my ornament, not because of ornament, but because of gold. That's why if I have imitated ornament, definitely I don't have to be that much careful as I am careful with reference to gold ornament. If it is a diamond ornament, don't ask. So I will make sure not only I will move, along with me some security fellow has to move to protect not me, my ornament. You understand? So there it is very clear that I don't look at karya, the ornament, but I look at the cost, I look at the value of karanam. So that becomes the third stage. And what would be the fourth stage? I discover, hey look, neither, because if there is no karya, where is karanam? When there is no product, there is no cause either. Only when there is child, I become a father or I become a mother, unless I am a stupid person, okay? So, present day, okay? Children don't care. As they grow up, they don't care, parents. But parents are so much interested behind their children, then they get fed up of. They run away more further, okay? So, this is called your insecurity, your projection. Let us not get into psychology, okay? This is not a psychology class. However, how this happens also because of this reason. That's why once you understand the truth, it has to be reflected in your day-to-day life. If it is not reflected in day-to-day life, that means you have not received or you don't have yet cognitive change. And Vedanta is all about cognitive change. It has nothing to do with your behavioral, practitioner change or situational change, but cognitively one has to change. So while discussing this, that these 4 steps in short called Adhyāropa Apavāda methodology, also there we used this Anvaya Vyatirika method. Wherever there is a karya, there has to be karana. So in karanam, in cause, karana means cause, okay? In karanam, in cause, in gold. Now the ornament has to be there. In clay, pot has to be there. Pot cannot exist away from the clay, whereas the clay can exist without pot or without anything. So the karanam has got its own existence apart from karya, that is called vyatireka. Whereas the karya has to be part of karanam because karya has no independent existence. So this is called Anvaya Vyatireka methodology. So these are the technical things you have to understand. So while discussing this thing, now says, look, last class he gave this example. The person has to meditate, do nityaṁ. So when the person does this meditation, that this nityaṁ, niścayatmana, with firm conviction, not to time pass or nothing is working, let me look at Vedanta. Maybe Vedanta will be useful, okay? Then if Vedanta is not useful, you know what happens. Many people also come to attend class Vedanta, especially for Punyam in India. Especially elderly people, nothing to do, so let us attend Vedanta class. Some people do come to attend Vedanta class for status. And the best example is Chennai, okay? Chennai, maximum people come to Vedanta class not for knowledge but for maintaining a status. I am attending Vedanta. Means I am not ordinary person. You understand? And with this attitude, nothing is going to work either. So that's why he says, look, you need to have what? Niścayatmana. The mind must have resolved. How to mind to resolve? This confirmation or conviction to come means the person must have done proper mananam. And mananam presupposes, please understand what is mananam. Mananam is nothing, resolving all your doubts. So mananam presupposes shravanam. So you must have heard a teacher for a length of time systematically. Then you can say, Swamiji, I have been listening to you for a long time, but nothing is happening because you are not listening. So you are time passing. So when you are time passing with your insecurity, with your many other things, remember, you can listen to me for years together. Tomorrow when next generation comes, next Swami comes, you can listen. Nothing is going to happen. Only you will be hearing Brahman, and sometimes this Brahma becomes Brahma. However, he uses this word Brahmākāreṇa. So Brahmākāreṇa. So he says, look, this is something to be done. Tibra vegena. Each word is very carefully being used here. So tibra vegena. So that means the person has to do very carefully, intelligently, most intelligently, energetically, in a fast way. You cannot postpone. But what happens? I have a marriage, I have to attend a marriage. I have my child school, I have to drop my child in the school. I have this problem, that problem. And not that you should not do, you should do. But what should be your background? that is to be trained. No, I want to sleep little longer, or I want to go to bed longer. I'm addressing different people, okay? So, different ways I make sure that my nityaṁ should be always behind or less priority. Then what happens, you know better. And when this person does, definitely, then what happens, the person? The person starts dwelling upon the vastu, yat bhavitam. Whatever we think, that we become. Please understand, it's a very beautiful concept. If you think of insecurity, if you are associated with insecure people, will you be insecure or not? Because you don't have a choice. And interestingly, all your relation is nothing but extension of your insecurity. In fact, whoever helps you to stretch your insecurity, to support your insecurity, that is called your relationship, or there you love to relate. If a person does not allow your insecurity, will you like to relate with that person? In fact, you will say, enough, I am not interested, this person is bad, situation is bad. That means very clear. All our relationship, so-called relationship, is based on insecurity, sustained by insecurity. So if my relationship is made out of insecurity, sustained by insecurity, then what will happen? That's why we say the best relationship is called jnana sambandha. The relationship based on knowledge. From rakta sambandha, from the blood relationship, or you can say circumstantial relationship that we develop, must be developed into jnana sambandham, knowledge-based relationship. And he says, look how Brahmara Kitavan. He gives this example of one wasp. So how this wasp takes one kita, one worm, and this worm is taken inside the nest of this Brahmara wasp. And what does this do? Very nice concept, you can see. After some time, this worm will be tired, fed up, we would like to come out. The moment it wants to come out, the mother or this wasp, Brahmara, knows, and again will come and prick. Hey, you cannot go. You have come for a mission. Unless mission is completed, you are not allowed. Then mind starts reacting. Imagine what would be the mind of this worm, the kita. But the way the Brahmara, the wasp does, now the kita's mind doesn't have any other choice. Has to surrender and gets completely changed. So also my mind. So my mind is always to, let us say, the relationship based on insecurity. Is nothing but the extension is this world. So when my mind derives some type of pleasure, some type of comfort from this worldly relationship, now teaching says you need to drop. You need to see the limitation. Now my mind does not accept it. Only it accepts when I am tired of relationship, that time Vedanta. Okay? So instead of breaking down, so Vedanta give me solace. After all, This relationship has no value. Yes, look, it in my life also no value. So I get a very good solace. And maximum people love to come to Vedanta for this purpose, okay? And for some time they will say, wow, what a philosophy. This is what I was looking for. Swamiji, whole life I was looking for this. This is the knowledge I need. How come I did not know this? How long? 1 month, 2 months. Same people will say, Swamiji, too many classes. Will you please stop Saturday, Sunday? You understand? However, coming to the point very carefully, you have to understand. So this is to be done. You need to train your mind. That's why we say, if the mind starts breaking down, and if you support your mind, you are gone. Please understand. This is the difference between psychology and Vedanta. In psychology, we say when the mind is in the verge of breaking down, psychology will support. Don't worry. Because I will always look at a psychologist or psychology is like therapy of grandparents. So grandparents will never allow a grandchild to break down completely. But imagine, if a child is growing up with the grandparents, will that child grow up in life? Be practical. It's very rare a grandchild to grow up with a grandparents, because no problem, grow the way you want. However, in Vedanta, we make sure the person has to break down completely. There should not be a single hope. Only then Vedanta will be helpful, or the person will approach Vedanta and teacher in a healthy way, or else it is just a time pass. That's why this Brahmara Kitavat, okay? This example, how this wasp transforms, don't say convert, okay? Transforms a kita, a worm, into another Brahmara wasp. So this is a continuous process, systematic process. So with this, now let us look at the next verse. Bhavitam tibravegena. Okay, already we have seen this, sorry. Adṛśyaṁ bhāvarūpañca sarvam cidātmakam Sāvadhānatayā nityaṁ svātmānaṁ bhāvayed budhaḥ. Says, look, adṛśyaṁ bhāvarūpañca sarvam cidātmakam Sāvadhānatayā nityaṁ svātmānaṁ bhāvayed budhaḥ. It's a very nice point to look at. How? There is something, 2 verses we can take together. 142 also. Let us read 142 also, because both are together. Dṛśyaṁ adṛśyatāṁ nītvā brahmākāreṇa cintayet Vidvān nitya sukhe tiṣṭhed dhiyā pūrṇayā. So, if we look at, there are 2 points to look at. One is called Dṛśyaṁ, other one is called Adṛśyaṁ. Because in the verse number 141 says, Adṛśyaṁ bhāvarūpañca. And in the next verse also says, Dṛśyaṁ hi adṛśyatāṁ nitya. Now, what is Dṛśyaṁ? Dṛśyaṁ means that which is visible, that which is perceived, that which is experienced. In short, the world is called Dṛśyaṁ. Dṛśyaṁ jagat iti. And we also know, whatever is Dṛśyaṁ, whatever is experienced, whatever is visible, whatever is observed, tat nasyam iti. That is going to be destroyed. This is another point. Then he says, another word, adṛśyaṁ. So, adṛśyaṁ means opposite of dṛśyaṁ, means that which is not experienced, that which is not visible. Don't use the word that which is not understood, okay? So this is called a problem, okay? Or then one more step, that which cannot be understood. Then disaster. Means all the world is called Dṛśyaṁ. Entire prapancha, entire world is called Dṛśyaṁ jagat iti. Because that is subject to be experienced. Who experiences? Me, the experiencer. So when I am the experiencer, can the experiencer be experienced? Will it be possible? Try to experience yourself. Swamiji, I am in my meditation experiencing. That's why you don't experience the experiencer. Again, you experience a thought. That which belongs to prapancha drishya jagatam. Whatever is seen, whatever is experienced, simple English language, whatever you experience is not you. Experiencer cannot be experienced. That's why in meditation, especially nityaṁ, we do not look for experience. If we look for experience, that is not me. That becomes mine. However, he says beautifully that I need to meditate often. And he uses this word, Sāvadhānatayā. Because this adṛśyaṁ, this me, that which is not visible and is nothing, sarvam eva cidātmakam. So it is in the form of chit. That means if it is sarvam, everything, cidātmakam, in the nature of the consciousness, that is nothing but me, svātmānaṁ, myself. Now, this, whatever I see, sarvam bhāvarūpaṁ iti. That means whatever this exists, or you can say substantial universe, that which is available for my transaction or visible world, again is nothing in the form of consciousness. It's like simple, physics. A common person sees matter, whereas a physicist, especially quantum physicist, what does he? Is nothing but space. Energy from energy, space. There is nothing. What you call as wall, or you call as me, as a body, in fact, only full of space. How? He says, look, everything being in the form of consciousness. Now, you need to dwell upon consciously nityaṁ Sāvadhānatayā. This is most important thing. So when it says Sāvadhānatayā, with utmost care and love towards the meditation, especially here contemplation, to be done with utmost care and love. We say especially how you take care of a child. When you take care of a baby, how much care a mother puts, how much love puts. Whereas when maid servant or the person who comes caretaker will have care, trained, but need not have love. So when the love part is missing, sometimes the child goes crazy in future. This is psychological impact. So when we look at that, here the contemplation has to be done with the mixture of love and care. So when there is love and care, what happens? Just look at a mother. Because I look at. So the mother's only priority is nothing but baby. Nothing exists. Poor husband, don't ask, okay? So, all the time, predominantly back of the mind of mother is child. If the child makes little noise, with love and care, the mother rushes to the child, towards the child. How that happens? Same thing, I have a child called mind. And this mind is extrovert. This mind always wants relationship with this world, with the insecurity. Now, with the help of teaching, I need to love and care my mind. I cannot, because like a mother, if mother becomes, blind, I want to keep my child with me all the time. What will happen? Imagine. If the child is 1 year, along with the mother, you enjoy the mother and child. Now, same child, 20 years, along with the mother, behind mother, what you will say? You will not feel sorry for the child, you will feel sorry for the mother. So also my mind. My mind, yes, gets involved, gets engaged, gets entangled with external world, with relationship-based experiences. But also I need to come out of it. That's why use experience to understand experience. Not to strengthen your experiences or to look for repeat for it. That's why when this is there, what you need to do? Then he says, look, Sāvadhānatayā, you need to do it. And also next verse, Dṛśyaṁ hi adṛśyatāṁ nitva. How to do? Now one need to reduce this visible world. Means the person need not give importance to this visible world. Need to resolve into invisible. How? Very simple. To see the cotton, you don't have to destroy the cloth. To see the clay, you don't have to break the pot. To see the plastic, you don't have to destroy the mouse, okay? So you need to have cognitive change. Swamiji, only when I am in ashram, then only I'll understand Vedanta. Please, you will spoil ashram, okay? Better be wherever you are. So here is being said, Dṛśyaṁ hi adṛśyatāṁ nītvā. Carefully, you need to resolve without disturbing, destroying. Remember, without disturbing and destroying. Where brahmākāreṇa cintayet. Because generally your bruti, your thinking process is what? Is nothing but prapancha related. So related to the world. Now that is to be shifted to Brahman. So from karya buddhi, the mind goes to karanam. From this prapancha, mind goes to Brahma. And he says, look, this Vidvān, the one who is here, learned person, means the one who has done sarvam and manana very carefully. Now he says, nitya sukhe, tiṣṭhed. It has to be done with the mind. Because my problem is related to mind, not related to anybody or anything. So when my problem is related to mind, I need to fix with the mind. That's why here what? Tiṣṭhed dhiyā, the person should avoid. And nitya sukhe, with the sukham, the happiness is that which is nityaṁ, that which is eternal. More of it we'll see tomorrow. Who knows, we may complete. Om